Hey, you guys, and welcome back to the Candid Truth. That's your girls, Lee J. We are live on YouTube, Twitch, Facebook, and even TikTok. Yeah, let's get into the tea. So, if you guys already read the title, we finna get in on the Prime Minister of Trinidad and Tobago. She supports Trump. Yeah, yeah. Oh, we tried to go live earlier, but girl, I don't even know what happened. We're not even gonna get into it. But let's slide into the story because y'all know the whole thing going on with the thing with the strikes, the boat strikes over in that area. So Trinidad, Tobago, and Venezuela literally sits like right next to each other. So a couple of strikes have also been in their waters. So let's show you guys this clip so you guys can understand more so of what I'm talking about. Oh, it's there. Yeah, let's get the other one ready.
And Trinidad are so close to each other they can see each other's shorelines. But the presence of U.S. warships here in Trinidad is starting to stress those bonds. U.S. President Donald Trump is ramping up military presence in Southern Caribbean in what he says is a new war on drugs that, for the moment, is squarely aimed at Venezuelan President Nicolás Maduro and Colombian President Gustavo Petro. But Trinidad and Tobago is getting caught in the middle. Just 6 months into office, Prime Minister Kamala Prasad-Bissessar has thrown her support behind the Trump campaign, allowing the U.S. military to bomb purported drug ships in and around Trinidad's territorial water.
So y'all hear that, right? She supported the strikes in and around that territory. By the way, they are also a couple of strikes have happened in their waters.
And that's put her at odds with regional leaders who see that as a violation of international law. In recent days, in what's seen as a pretty significant escalation, the USS Gravely, a guided...
And the reason why it's an escalation is here's the problem. No one actually knows why we are even here. Why they're even doing this. They're alleging it that they're attacking drug cartels, and with no evidence. Actually, a couple of men actually happened to be allegedly from Trinidad and Tobago.
missile destroyer docked here in Port of Spain, about a quarter mile ahead of us here. And the Navy's largest aircraft carrier, the Gerald Ford, is on its way to the region. For the Prime Minister, this fight is both personal and political. Trinidad has one of the world's highest murder rates, and the government often blames the guns and drugs that come in from Venezuela for that problem. But Trinidad is also reliant on Venezuelan gas to fuel its energy hub, where companies like...
And here's the thing: if they're also, they said that they were attacking gas from Venezuela too. And if you guys benefit from that same gasoline, why would you be okay with this man doing what he's doing if it also affects your economy as well? As what we're hearing, it's not so great that you guys have a lot of gun violence.
Shell and BP have operations. This alliance with the U.S. has come at a cost. U.S. strikes have already killed more than 50 people, including 2 men who locals say were Trinidadian fishermen who were just trying to get home from Venezuela. Now, neither Trinidadian nor U.S. officials have confirmed that, but the family's so sure that they were killed that they've already held funerals. Even so, Prasad-Bissessar is betting that siding with Trump will secure her country's safety and energy future.
So her decision is to kiss Trump's behind to basically save face. Girl, y'all know how I already feel about this mess. Girl, this is just... And yet this lady even also basically says that it's a hypocrisy that we would even criticize, that they would even criticize coming into this country and how the leader of this country is handling this country or their neighbors next to them. This lady is what you call crazy. Yes, she's also a maggot.
So why you bad-mouthing the people? You want to go in the people country, but you want to bad-mouth them. Isn't that hypocrisy from some? And careful you don't end up like Antigua and Barbuda and Dominica, who bad-mouthed in the U.S., and guess what happened? All their visas restricted now. They've cut.
Because they made a point. He didn't just restrict it because they just wanted to restrict them. No, they made a point. They made a whole entire point too. And the thing is, it's like, when you take a look at what a leader is supposed to do for their country and the way that they have to be mind strong, I'm starting to notice a lot of these leaders is not mind strong. They're very weak. They don't have a spine or backbone. They rely on, validation, and their validation also sometimes is a little delusional. And it's fine, but not fine.
Their visas. Which Trini wants to cut their visas, so behave yourself.
So the Prime Minister of Trinidad and Tobago, Kamala Prasad.
The lady, she needs to go ahead and go take a nap. I mean, because why are we out here telling these people? She even had the nerve to tell them not to worry. Oh yeah, that what the U.S. doing, following what the U.S. were doing will better the economy. Yeah, no, yeah, totally.
Minister Kamala Prasad Bisesa SC has reiterated that Trinidad and Tobago supports the United States and is calling on citizens to trust her government to make the right decisions. We have more in this story.
Prime Minister Kamala Prasad Bisesa, speaking at the Diplomatic Centre this week, told guests that they should not fear when they see what is happening in the region because she is on the job.
Do not fear, because Kamala is here.
She's on the job. On her knees for Trump. Yep, I said what I said. She's doing the job on her knees for Trump. Blowing him away. Blowing the world away. Blowing all her problems away, Sometimes some things just doesn't go with the wind, okay, hun? You have to face them. You have to face them.
Do not fear. Do not fear. And so while you're worrying about the radar, I want you to know every one of you is on my radar. Every one of you is on my radar because I'm looking out for you.
Every one of you.
So you worry about radar and you worry about Venezuela. Don't worry.
The Prime Minister said it is the height of hypocrisy.
It's the height of hypocrisy. What's hypocrisy is you guys rely on visas just like everybody else. You also rely on that gasoline that he's over there trying to mess with. He's also taken out allegedly a couple of your citizens in your waters. Shouldn't that seem like a threat? Shouldn't that seem like that should be a little cautious to you, that you have a lot of questions to ask? But no, you decide to bend down and say, I'll bow down to Trump and what he's doing. And it's allowed. No, if you were to hold the pressure, that's the problem. That's why Venezuela is probably still under attack, because if he was also holding the same, keeping the same pressure, standing on business along with Venezuela, he would stop. But no, you guys are not standing on business. You guys are not. Simply not. I don't even know if you guys are even fit to be leaders. I don't even know what's going on.
And unkindness that there are individuals in our country who wish to fight the Americans. She made it quite clear that Trinidad and Tobago stands with the United States in a strong bilateral relationship.
They are amongst our oldest trading partners, one. They are our largest trading partner in terms of millions of dollars trade.
Note that she talks about money. Everything, if they're talking about is money, this is such, like I said before, an elitist status. I don't understand why we're standing in this point of time in which everything is so much about money that we forget about morale. It's money, 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 but where's the morale? The simple understanding that somebody is just human. Where's that at? Child, y'all, it's
between us. With Venezuela, we have 0.000 trade. With the United States, Minister of Trade, are you here? Kennedy, you may know. Billions of dollars in trade.
Additionally, the Prime Minister said that she does not want anyone to lose their U.S. visa, urging citizens to understand where our help comes from.
Over 250,000 Trinis live in the United States. You understand? 250,000.
So it's 250,000 of your citizens in the U.S. And so what you're trying to protect them. So are you telling me that, again, if you guys need help, just wink. Something's wrong, wink once. If you need help, just blink. Just, you just show it, and then, and you get help, right? You guys this is the universal sign of help, okay? Just low key. And I promise you'll get the help. But don't be out here just bowing down and doing anything. That is called getting blackmailed. That is called getting, what do they call the word for it? What do they call it? It's a word. Extorted. Especially when it comes to financials. Extortion. Okay. Extortion. And what we don't do is extortion. So what we want to know is what is going on over here at the Candid Truth. We really want to know what's going on. And I'm keeping my eyes on this situation because I don't know what y'all prepping for.
Trinis regularized across.
And we're going to get into what they're prepping for in a minute. We're going to get into what they're prepping for.
They live there. And right here in Trinidad, apart from the 350,000 holding U.S. visas, you have about 20,000 Trinis who are dual citizens, meaning U.S. and Trinidad and Tobago. So what's the problem?
She says the United States.
And Nicki is one of them. So I wouldn't be surprised if Nicki is just trying to save her own visa.
States will help keep this country safe and called on the country to stay united together. Mahali.
Girl, you need to get your mind united together. That's what you need to do. And like I said earlier, I don't know what the U.S. is prepping for. Because let's get into it. Check this out.
That I have approved a plan for the Navy to begin the construction of 2 brand new, very large, the largest we've ever built, battleships. You know, you used to build the Iowa, the Missouri, the Wisconsin, the Alabama, many others. We had big battleships. These are bigger, but they will have 100 times they'll be 100 times the force, the power, and there's never been anything like these ships. These have been under design consideration for a long time, and it started with me in my first term, because I said, why aren't we doing battleships like we used to? And these are the best in the world. They'll be the fastest, the biggest, and by far 100 times more powerful.
So now my question stands: What are you guys preparing for, and why do you need battleships? What are these battleships for? Because
than any battleship ever built. So if you look at the Iowa, the Missouri, Wisconsin, Alabama, and others, but they were similar in size, some a little bit bigger than the others, but if you take the biggest one, it's 100 times more powerful. They're longer by a little bit, but
he don't need any more boats, because honestly, he needs to stop doing these strikes until he provide us some actual evidence on what he's going after and goes through Congress. I don't hear it, because he's yet to go to Congress. He's just doing what he want to do, like he's always been doing the whole entire time. Just doing what he wants to do. This man needs to go sit down somewhere. Honestly, it's just not okay. But the thing, what is going on in the works? Because you got Trinidad leader over here, literally he's trying to save her butt. If she's trying to stay out the war that's possibly coming, allegedly. Because I hear that a lot of countries are preparing, and it seems like everybody's preparing for something. Everybody's preparing for something. It's weird, but they're all preparing in front of our eyes, and then they're just telling everything's fine, everything's totally okay. Yeah. On January 7th. Okay, so for everybody who's in a student loan, if you are in like default, right? Go ahead and make a deal. Call and make a deal this week. Right before we get to New Year's, call, make some phone calls, get it going, make a deal, put in something. Get you guys' student loans together, because at this point in time, they're serious about garnishing people's checks. Okay? They're serious. Get y'all affairs in order, y'all. Get y'all affairs in orders. If y'all want to know what we're talking about, it says here, according to CNN, Trump administration will be garnishing wages of student loan borrowers in default starting in January. The first notice will be sent to about 1,000 borrowers during the week of January 7th, with the amount of borrowers increasing month by month. Wage garnishing applies borrowers to who has been in default for at least 270 days. It allows the government to require non-federal employers to withhold part of workers' paycheck to repay student loan debt. As of April, more than 5 million borrowers are in default, and are nearly 4 million more in delinquent. There are picked an interesting time to do this. Thoughts? They have done it. This is an interesting time to be doing that. Y'all might want to get y'all affairs in order because they're trying to just take us out pocket by pocket. If it's in default, it's 5 million of us. So that means, hey, I'm right here with y'all. Get your affairs in orders. Make some calls. I've been doing it myself. You guys just it's I know it seems like a long process, but to keep this man from messing up your futures or even your living situations, mind you, we have an increase in when he was talking about them increases in motel people and living and all that stuff. Yeah, guess what? That's homeless. That's people who are also working, able to supply a roof over their head via hotel or Airbnb. I need you guys to really take care of yourselves out here. And I understand that things are really, really hard. But just make a phone call, make a deal, even if you're not being honest. Even if you're not being honest, I'm not going to tell nobody. Make a call. Do a little fib. Set your affairs together. Credit, old bill, past due bill. Call. Make a conversation. Say, hey, can I start paying around this time of next year? Hey, can I start putting something down around this time? Hey, I got about this much today. Can I put this in and give you guys this much on this day? Just to pull yourself out of delinquency. Pull yourself out of defaults. It's just to pull the record off. This is just to make the record good, so you won't be going into them going into your wages. That's when they put a lien on your checks and start cutting your money up. Okay? I've had it happen before. Trust me, guys. You don't want to go through it. Learn from somebody who's already had the problem. Cool. Don't say I never taught y'all nothing. Don't say I never taught y'all nothing. Don't say I never taught y'all nothing. Make that phone call. You'll be thankful. So Nicki also still took some critique from everybody after this whole weekend. I wanted to show you guys this Kaya video. Kaya.
And Mega and the white folks and Charlie Kirk wife and all this cut up and carrying on. What the fuck you got going on, Nicki? If you don't get your ass back to Trinidad, you better. I guess you had to pretend to be Donald Dump's friend so he wouldn't send your immigrant ass back over there to Trinidad because you know you ain't no U.S. citizen. Anyway, we the people want Kenneth petty pussy snatching ass on the docket. Meow. I said not meow. Meow. You know what, Gag Nation, for telling, for not telling Gag Order, we the people want your husband on the docket, Nick Van Dyke, for not telling you to sit the fuck down, Gag Order, and for failing as a man and as a husband. I'm a group of the people on that, because you is out of order. This is the case of if you don't get your crazy deranged ass wife, Kenneth Petty, Kenneth snatch bitches by the pussy petty, you better. Let's talk about the order. We the people versus Kenneth Petty. Kenneth, grope a hoe, use a hoe, cause you ain't got shit but convictions. Petty, your broke pussy grabbing, no money having ass is being charged with habitual drugging of a delusional fat non-rapping ass bitch.
Okay, Kaya, the language is so I had to switch it up on my channel. We trying to not cuss this, but listen. Dang. Kaya. So she also, Dia Healy hops in the chat, of course. He says, awfully convenient that Nicki Minaj found her conservative voice right as she's losing $20 million mansion and her husband needs a pardon. Just like Russell Brand becoming an anti-woke crusader right after being accused of sexual assault. It's a grift as old as time. And he ain't lying. And he ain't lying. And he ain't lying. And the Barb's still deluged If the Barbs who still like her, y'all crazy. I mean, I like her music. I enjoy it. But her as a person is an out. That's an out. She's gonna have to show me. I don't even think she believes what she says. I don't even think she believes that what she wants to do is what she's doing. Or maybe she do. I'm not her. I'm not her. But it's awfully interesting that you guys are kind of kissing Trump's behind just to save your own behind. We're really being crabs in the pot. We're being crabs in the pot. That's called being crabs in the pot. You're willing to pull one down to get yourself right back up. Yeah, that's some crabs in the pot work right there. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And I don't even care if the Barb's got something to say, but then this is some crabs in the pot work. This is just not. It's gonna be a seafood boil if y'all keep acting like this. If you know what I mean. If anybody goes to like church and stuff, if you ever yeah, it's gonna be a seafood. Y'all better get some act right. Y'all better get some act right. Well, I want to know how y'all are doing. Again, happy holidays, by the way. It's Christmas is in a couple days. Tomorrow's Christmas Eve. Finna get cooking. We finna get things going. And yeah, we're gonna be back on Friday. Yeah, Friday. Friday for sure. Yes. Because we're gonna get the holidays. I know you guys are gonna be doing things, so of course I am too. So unless we got some surprising tea, I pop up on the holidays. Y'all know I will quickly be here. If you I will quickly be here. Quickly. Post it very quickly. If something happens like Ray J, if it was first it was Ray J on Thanksgiving and now it's Nicki Minaj on Christmas. Y'all is this the Grinch that stole Christmas. The Nicki Grinch that stole Christmas. And Ray J Thanksgiving. Yeah, I said it. He fucked up Thanksgiving. Mm-hmm. You guys, it's a crazy, crazy world out here, and I hope you guys are having fun if you're not with family. I know that it could be a hard time for some people right now, and I understand that. My hearts go out to you. Stand up. Even when the days are hard, stand up. Look at yourself in the mirror. Remind yourself you're still here. You're beautiful. Keep pushing. Smile. Just know that it's all going to be okay. And we will be here on the Candid Truth again. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe. Make sure y'all hit the like over here on TikTok and subscribe. Make sure you come back for your girl for more. Or click over there on YouTube. Follow me on Instagram at Ziki_Sass. Y'all can follow me on TikTok as Aaliyah J Verified. X complicated. And for my Facebook watchers, make sure you guys also follow me on the other platforms too. Also on Threads. Threads is where you guys will get the inside tea. So some of the things I can't say. Mm-hmm. And we'll see you guys next time. Thank you. I keep streaming.